it's funny, you know, when this whole project started, and we're going back like 11 years, life was so different. I was so different. Um, Wide-eyed, wondering, wandering. And now I just feel old and pathetic. Like I'm losing my oomph for all of it. Like I just. Do you hear that? I really am. I'm finding it harder to get excited about things, to get into the process of life, to get into any of these projects. However, I feel I have at least one more good adventure in me. One. Just at least one. It may be the very last thing I do in my life or with my life, but I've got at least one more good adventure in me. That might be precisely what is going on right now. Other things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get a little political on you. I want to give you something to think about. I don't get involved much in politics because I think it's all a crock of shit. Not politics in and of itself, but how we deal with it and how we view it and how we handle it and just our entire thought process involving politics as a society. We seem to think there's all this right and wrong, left and right, conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican. Like to me, that's all a crock of shit. There is the country and just the country, and you can have your views about how it can run better, but you don't know, I don't know, they don't know. All we can ever do is try. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and then we all get up in arms. This president sucked, that Congress sucks, that I have no need for any of this bullshit. What I say is kudos to anyone willing to go to that city and try to run this country. I don't agree with everything that goes on. I don't agree with the war. I mean, I realize it's coming to an end finally. Like, we're going to start pulling people out, I think. I never agreed with that. I don't agree with what they did with the health care plan. I think initially the concept was a good one. I do believe in universal health care. I'm sorry. I think if we purport ourselves to be the I don't know if that's a word, the most powerful or one of the most powerful nations in the world, that there's absolutely no reason that every single citizen cannot get the health care, any kind of health care, dental, vision, medical, that they require or desire. And I don't think they should have to pay it out of their pocket. I don't. I'm sorry. If we can spend billions and trillions on war and destruction in other countries, if we can spend billions of dollars rebuilding other countries, then there is absolutely, positively no reason you can give me, and this is my opinion, there is no reason you can give me that we can't maintain and ensure the health and well-being of our own citizens. I feel the same way about higher education. That's just my opinion. As far as I'm concerned, if we can spend all of that money all over the world, we can take some of it back and spend some of it here. Take care of your own first, because that is what is going to make you a strong nation. Lift the people out of poverty. Bring us you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor. Why? So we can make them more tired, hungrier, and poorer? More poor? No, the whole concept was because this is where there is new life. This is where you come to begin again. This is where you get your chance. So that's my take on that. Without getting too much more into that, I do want to give you a political something to think about. I heard briefly a clip in the news, and I don't watch the news much for the same reason. I think it's all, first of all, I can't believe half the shit they report as news. If you watch any of these big news channels, I think it's all tilted one way or the other. I do not think there's a fair balance there. So I catch pieces of it. My family, my parents love Fox News Channel. They love Bill O'Reilly. I have respect for the man. I think he's an ass. But I heard a smidgen of, apparently there's this uprising of concern in the country about where the president's religious loyalty lies. Is he more Christian or is he more Muslim? And I ask, why does it matter? See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. By not only, I can't believe the shit they report as news. That's not news to me. That's a waste of fucking time. And the fact that anybody in the country could begin to question it, get up in arms about it, wonder if it has anything to do with anything, boggles my mind for several reasons. Last I checked, freedom of religion. Here in this great nation, we are allowed to worship divinity in any way we choose, to walk any spiritual path we choose. Freedom of religion. So right there, what difference does it make if he's Muslim or Christian? Last I checked, we were a country that stood on the foundation of separation of church and state. So it doesn't matter what he practices because it should have no influence on his political decisions. There should be no connection, and we shouldn't be concerned about it because it has nothing to do with his political career. That's his personal life. Don't care. Don't care.